The scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout, referee Frank Cappuccino. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the black trim, he weighed in at 195 1/4 pounds. This gentleman is ranked number 6 and 7 respectively by the World Boxing Association and World Boxing Council among cruiserweights. From the windy city of Chicago in the state of Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, here is Alfonzo Ratliff. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the all-pink trunks. He weighed in at 211 1/2 pounds. This gentleman is ranked number 6 and 7 respectively by both the World Boxing Association and the World Boxing Council, a native of Pontiac, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, he is now residing in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here is Pinklon Thomas.
Alfonzo Ratliff suffering one loss during his professional career. A fight telecast here on NBC. He was stopped by Tim Witherspoon in the 7th round. That back in December of '81. Larry Holmes set to fight Witherspoon following his bout tomorrow against Lucian Rodriguez.
Good, clean, hard fight. Both you understand that. Any low blows, any thumbing, heeling, butting, holding and hitting will cost you the round. And if I have to go further, I will do that also. When I say break, protect yourselves at all times, step back clean. In the event of a knockdown, the man standing, go to the furthest neutral corner, stay there until I call him back, or I'll send you right on back. Both you got it together? Both you touch gloves now? Good luck to both of you.
Look at that reach advantage. Alfonzo Ratliff with 8 inches in reach on Pinklon Thomas, but Thomas weighing in at 211 1/2 and Ratliff at 195 1/4. I don't know, Bobby Chez. Ratliff says he's 6'5". He's listed at 6'4 1/2. Appears to be closer to 6'3", but his program height is 6'5". Is that an intimidating factor that he's attempting?
Well, I'm sure that Pinklon's going to worry more about the reach than the height. Go to the body and shrink him down a little bit anyhow.
Pinklon Thomas's biggest victory stopped James Quick Tillis last August in round 8, and then in his last bout, the draw against Teddy Coetzee. Pinklon Thomas, appropriately enough, in pink trunks. He began boxing at age 19, had only 3 amateur bouts, winning all 3, so he has never lost a fight, at least those that can be documented in the ring. At age 11, Pinklon Thomas was a heroin addict, but his childhood sweetheart, Kathy, now his wife, helped turn Pinklon around. By 18, enlisted in the Army, got married, had a son, and at age 25, he is in line for a potential heavyweight title fight. That's his goal. He says he wants a bout with Larry Holmes. And he'll be at ringside tomorrow in Scranton to watch Holmes and Rodriguez.
I think both fighters here, as in the last fight, have something to prove. Both going toward that title.
Alfonzo Ratliff said to have a good chin. Stand-up fighter, boxer, puncher. The rap is he does fall into periods of sluggishness. But opening action.
Very good. Pinklon definitely the heavier puncher here. Ratliff's going to have to keep him off with his jab that he's not using effectively.
Pinklon Thomas has that lightning left jab, and we are seeing it, although that time swatting in the face of Ratliff.
Pinklon uses jab quite well for a short reach that he has as a heavyweight.
Thomas has very fast hands. And is getting in with that left hand.
He's actually out jabbing Ratliff.
Oh, good combination by Pinklon Thomas.
Pinklon usually a slow starter, coming right out here throwing bombs.
Less than a minute left in this first round, scheduled for 10. heavyweight Ernie Terrell at ringside, screaming at Ratliff, stay off the ropes and jab. He cannot get away from Pinklon Thomas. Ratliff is in trouble in this first round.
Tremendous cut opened over his right eye.
Vicious cut. And the blood flowing from the right eye of Alfonzo Ratliff. Final seconds, round one. And an impressive opening round for Pinklon Thomas. In folds, you'll see that fast left jab, the quick hands of Pinklon Thomas, putting Alfonzo Ratliff in immediate trouble in round one, and Percy Richardson working on the cut in the corner of Alfonzo Ratliff, who now is looking to stay away.
Well, Ratliff definitely has to punch back here because Pinklon's just coming to him and doing what he wants. The way fights are today, they'll stop it.
Ratliff's most impressive victories, a decision over Leroy Boone and a decision over Elijah Tillery. His bout with Witherspoon, his only loss, step up in quality for Ratliff. Today, certainly another major step against Pinklon Thomas.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Now Ratliff looking to flick the jab.
Ratliff is still very tentative and very aware of the power that Pinklon Thomas carries in both hands.
Thomas keeps that left hand down very low. He came out snapping it in the first round, and now he is stalking Ratliff.
I would think that after that big first round, Pinklon might come out a little faster to see how much it took out of Ratliff, but he's taking his time and just working forward.
Marv Albert with middleweight contender Bobby Ches at ringside, subbing for the fight Dr. Ferdy Pacheco, who is alongside but without voice due to laryngitis. Pinklon Thomas having his way against Alfonzo Ratliff. This is round two. Heavyweight match scheduled for 10. Earlier, it was Alex Ramos in a unanimous decision over Mark Frazee here in Atlantic City.
Again, the cut starting to bleed on Ratliff. Excellent cut man in the corner of Percy Richardson. If anybody can close it, he can.
Alfonzo Ratliff's last three fights have been as a cruiserweight. He is ranked as a cruiserweight, not ranked as a heavyweight. And Pinklon Thomas with a tremendous weight advantage, again, has drawn blood from Ratliff.
I think Ratliff's in real trouble here, and if he doesn't start defending himself, we could see that 8 count.
Oh, left hand to the neck of Ratliff. Final seconds. Round two. Round three upcoming. Bobby Ches, you get the feeling that Pinklon Thomas could take Alfonzo Ratliff anytime he wants. He has had periods of laziness, and it seemed to be a coasting second round after the impressive opening round.
Absolutely. I think Pinklon right now is definitely in the driver's seat, and when he wants to turn it on, he can put Ratliff out.
Pinklon Thomas had Alfonzo Ratliff in trouble in round one, opening a cut on Ratliff. Thomas having no problem with that massive reach advantage of Ratliff.
He's overcoming the reach with his strength. Ratliff just keeps backing up, giving way to Pinklon. Pinklon
Thomas is looking for a title shot against Larry Holmes. says he does not like Holmes because Holmes criticized him for fighting a South African, Eddie Coetzee. And we're halfway through this third round.
Pinklon keeps winning, keeps fighting and winning the way he's been. He may get a chance to settle that score with Larry Holmes, although he may not want to. Ratliff showing some signs of life here, getting a jab in now and then. A couple of combinations, but Pinklon's just having his way.
And again, we see signs of that left hand of Pinklon Thomas. That set it all up in the first round. Then he coasted in round 2.
I believe Ratliff has another cut above his left eye now, a very small one, but his other eye is opening up.
Combination by Ratliff. And Ratliff's corner coming to life. Alfonzo Ratliff unleashing on Pinklon Thomas and showing some confidence.
Definitely stunned Thomas there.
Round 4 after these words. Well, Alfonzo Ratliff appeared to be out of this one, but here he comes last round with an effective combination that stunned Thomas. So this is round 4. Pinklon Thomas, yes, in the pink. Alfonzo Ratliff in the red. And now Ratliff is standing there, which could be a mistake.
Well, he showed some definite signs of life, and this could change things around for Ratliff.
Alfonzo Ratliff, 27 years old, out of Chicago. Record of 16-1, 11 by knockout. The one loss stopped by Tim Witherspoon back in December of '81. Well, he has certainly caught the attention of Pinklon Thomas.
Absolutely. I thought it was too little too late for the last round. If he can fight around like that, he can start winning this fight.
Pinklon Thomas, undefeated, 20 victories, 1 draw, 17 by knockout, ranked 5th by Ring Magazine, and in the top 10 of both the WBA and the WBC. Big victory over James Quick-Tillis last August, stopped him in round 8, and he comes off the draw with Eddie Coetzee.
Blood's starting to run down Ratliff's face, but I believe it's going around the eye instead of in it.
Left hook by Ratliff. Pinklon Thomas continues to use the left jab, and he has that right hand cocked.
Pinklon's slightly more tentative now after that burst from Ratliff, and both fighting a little more cautiously.
Here's the left in on Ratliff. Less than a minute left. Round 4, scheduled for 10. Tough body blow thrown by Ratliff. We're live from Atlantic City, New Jersey, Sands Hotel and Casino, and here's Ratliff again, backing Thomas up.
Ratliff's starting to put together a few combinations now and taking a little bit of charge.
Use that now. Watch it down now. Use that now.
Pinklon taking his time, seems to be content with just pushing Ratliff back, keep him off balance.
And Pinklon Thomas flashing his head at Alfonzo Ratliff. And this is round 5 in the corner of Alfonzo Ratliff. Ratliff complaining to the referee, Frank Cappuccino, that he was thumbed in the eye by Pinklon Thomas. They're also checking out that cut very carefully. The Fight Doctor's scorecard has it as a shutout. All Pinklon Thomas over the first 4. Scoring in the state of New Jersey on the round system. The round is even. They go to the supplementary 5-point. Break the tie, and the scoring now handled by the 3 judges. Referee does not have a say.
One of the raps against Pinklon is that toward the end of the fight, 5th, 6th, 7th rounds, etc., he slows up, he tends to relax. With a little bit of charge that Ratliff has mustered, we'll see if this affects Pinklon at all.
Good combination by Thomas. Well, Pinklon Thomas came out very strong in the first round, relaxed in the second. Ratliff showing flashes in rounds 3 and 4, and Thomas getting back to business here in round 5.
Pinklon has great reflexes and just getting that jab and keeping it in Ratliff's face.
A leaping right hand thrown by Ratliff. And Ratliff back, good exchange.
Interesting note here is Ratliff's going forward.
He hurt Thomas with the right hand. And a left hand by Ratliff. Great combination. The crowd responding to the underdog, Alfonzo Ratliff.
Neither man giving an inch of ground, just standing there and throwing him.
And now Pinklon Thomas having something to say to Alfonzo Ratliff.
Pinklon also has now a minor cut under his right eye, I believe.
Yes, there is a scrape under the right eye of Thomas. Good action round. Thomas continues to get the left jab in, and he's doing a lot of damage to the face of Ratliff. Good left again, and again.
I think the power of Thomas is going to be too much here. Ratliff's making somewhat of a mistake by trading with him.
So that's the end of round 5. We'll be right back. Back in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Marv Albert along with Bobby Ches subbing for the Fight Doctor, Ferdy Pacheco under the weather. Terrific action, 5th round. Alfonzo Ratliff landing. And Pinklon Thomas also able to come back. Good combinations thrown by both. And the Fight Doctor has given Ratliff for round 5, so on the scorecard, Pinklon Thomas in front 5 rounds to 1. It appeared that, make it 4-1. It appeared that Thomas was on the way to putting Ratliff away in round 1, but Ratliff able to rally.
At the end of the 4th round, he showed some signs of life. Back in that 5th round, he made it a war. Should be interesting to see who takes charge here and makes the first move at a real aggressive attack.
Alfonso Ratliff again landing on Pinklon Thomas.
Ratliff digging down and going for it right here and keeping Pinklon off him with some tremendous shots.
Oh, that left jab continues to sting Ratliff.
I just don't think Ratliff has enough power to keep Thomas off him.
Well, the the weight differential, Thomas at 211 and a half. Ratliff weighed in at 195 and a quarter. And Ratliff's last 3 fights have been at a lighter weight as a cruiserweight.
That extra 16 pounds is making a definite difference right here.
And he's going up against a guy who has a heavy punch. But it looks like Pinklon Thomas has lost his steam. Not very much left in the punching power.
Well, they say that he tends to peter out a little toward the end. We'll find out in the next few rounds.
Thomas that grazed Ratliff. His most effective weapon continues to be the left jab. And Ratliff's punching has been more effective the last 2 rounds.
I think he's really come on this round, and he's taking this round right now. Keeping Pinklon off balance, making him very tentative.
Not able to connect with that right hand as he looks to set it up with the jab. That'll do it for round 6. Alfonzo Ratliff, they work above the right eye. Looks like a severe cut now above the eye. The fight doctor scorecard has it 4-1-1 in favor of Thomas, and Bobby Ches has it 4-2. Well, if Pinklon Thomas has hopes for a title shot, he must get by people like Alfonzo Ratliff. And again, Ratliff complaining about a thumb. He complained earlier. And again, the complaint. Referee Frank Cappuccino checking it out.
Stay back in the corner. Obviously, is the eye all right? Huh? Is he all right? Who am I, man? Who am I?
Who am I, said the referee. Frank Cappuccino did not ask him to spell his name. There it is. As Ratliff complains that he got a thumb, complaining for the 3rd time in the bout that he was thumbed.
You want to knock it off, and that's going to be it.
It's fights like this which will promote those thumbless gloves.
And now the clock resumed. Unofficially, we had about 50 seconds gone by in the 7th round. That's a severe cut, though, that Ratliff has suffered. And, of course, if he gets a thumb on the cut, makes things even worse.
Ratliff's back to moving again. He's not standing with Pinklon anymore.
Alfonzo Ratliff also looking to clear his vision. And a little dancing round for Alfonzo Ratliff, trying to stay away from Pinklon Thomas. Thomas continues to stick the jab in the face of Ratliff, and warned by the referee, watch the thumbing.
Alfonso seems to be most effective when he's going right at Pinklon Thomas, but he's also having a hard time dealing with that strength.
Overhand right that did not connect, thrown by Thomas.
Make things interesting.
All right, Pinklon Thomas has just lost a round Lou Duva in the corner of Thomas, arguing with the referee, Frank Cappuccino. Cappuccino taking a round from Thomas because of thumbing. He was warned on several occasions, and then Cappuccino leaning over to say, all right, you lost the round. I think Ratliff may have been faking. Bobby, here are some instructions from Cappuccino. Well, perhaps to buy some time because he is bothered by that cut.
He probably was accidentally thumbed and took the opportunity to get a rest because he's been getting a little tired due to Pinklon's overwhelming strength.
And Ratliff opens up strong.
Ratliff again, most effective coming forward, taking it right to Pinklon Thomas. Tremendous jab on Thomas, just keeping Ratliff at bay always.
And this fight has taken a twist. Pinklon Thomas appears to have his way. Ratliff has been coming on, and with Thomas losing a round because of the thumbing, Ratliff finds himself pulling closer and closer. Fight Doctor scorecard has it 4-2-1 for Thomas. And Bobby Chestnut, again, that he was thumbed, but the referee Cappuccino doesn't buy it. He says no. Giving the indication that he can't see.
This might be another one of those fights which end with a lot of controversy.
What do you think? Think he's
I'll tell you, I missed the exact punch, but he looks clear-eyed to me from here. He's both open and not blurry. He's not blinking. I think he could be just looking for a rest.
Have you ever done that?
Never.
Really? Again, it may be that he did take the thumb of the eye, but the referee, Frank Cappuccino, apparently with a credibility gap, did not buy it. We have not had any knockdowns. Thomas had Ratliff in trouble in round 1. Ratliff able to rally, came back strong in rounds 4 and 5. But again, Thomas has taken command.
Thomas has reopened a cut over Ratliff's eye, and he's now applying the pressure full steam ahead. I believe that if Pinklon wants it, it can be over right here, but he's just laying back and taking his time.
All right, some repairs to the glove of Ratliff as the round comes to a close. City, New Jersey, on to round 9. And here is the incident in round 8 where referee Frank Cappuccino did not buy the complaint of Alfonzo Ratliff, who claimed he was thumped. Cappuccino apparently felt that Ratliff was trying to clear his vision again. That's a severe cut of the right eye of Ratliff. Although earlier Cappuccino did take a round from Thomas because of a thumbing incident.
Right now, Pinklon's strength has definitely overtaken Ratliff, and I think it's just going to be a matter of holding on.
Earlier today, here at the Sands Hotel and Casino, was Alex Ramos on the comeback trail, winning by unanimous decision over Mark Frazee. More boxing tomorrow, starting at 2:30 Eastern Time on ringside with James Hard Rock Green and Michael Dewar. A couple of guys who can throw thunder. And then Larry Holmes defends his title against Lucian Rodriguez, starting at 4 o'clock from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Ratliff's legs are very weary under him right now, and if Pinklon presses him, I think this could be the end of the fight.
Midway through round 9. scheduled for 10. Pinklon Thomas, 25 years old, record of 20-0. Comes off a draw in his last bout against Eddie Coetzee. Won 17 by knockout. Earlier, it appeared that he was on his way to a knockout number 18. He had Alfonzo Ratliff in trouble back in the first round. Ratliff, a record of 16-1. His only loss stopped by Tim Weatherspoon in the 7th round back in December of '81.
I think both fighters here are taking a little rest, getting ready for that final 10th round, and definitely signs of weariness shown on both fighters.
And we'll be back with that 10th and final round after these words.
Last round, when the bell rings, come to the center of the ring. And then continue to do just what you're doing. Go out there and box. Worry about no knockouts. Just win the fight. You got me covered? Okay.
Okay, baby, you're doing beautiful. Now, come on, last round now. Just hold up.
Bobby Chase,
all right, come on. Don't let
have
him
you
take those shots.
received similar advice? Someone in your corner says, just go out and win the fight.
Yeah, basically all the time. That's what they tell me. Well, he's well ahead here, and they don't want him to get careless, because after all, you know, it's another man in front. He could get lucky.
Our 10th and final round. Alfonzo Ratliff reluctant to touch gloves with Pinklon Thomas.
I tend to think he's not in the best of moods.
No. Earlier, Thomas, who was talking to Ratliff again, lost a round taken because he continually thumped at Ratliff. Thomas ahead on our scorecards. It would appear that Ratliff would need a knockout. And Thomas continues to get that left jab in. Pinklon Thomas ranked 5th by Ring Magazine. WBA ranks him 6th. The WBC 7th. He is one of 3 undefeated heavyweights in the top 10. Biggest victory stopping James Quick Tillis last August in round 8. Alfonzo Ratliff is ranked, but as a cruiserweight. His last 3 fights have been in that weight classification. Going up against the stronger and heavier Pinklon Thomas.
I think that Ratliff might be better off in that cruiser division because he's got nice height, reach, and he's at the top of the limit there at 195. He can come down 5 pounds, whereas Pinklon's just too big, too heavy-handed for him.
Scoring here on the round system. If the round is even, they go to a 5-point supplementary score to break the tie. And the scoring handled by the 3 judges. The referee does not have a vote. No knockdowns. Although Thomas had Ratliff on the verge in the first round. Less than a minute left in the bout.
Come on, Retro Sunday!
Oh, right hand, and Ratliff is hurt. The question is, can Ratliff survive the bout? As you see, we're down to 25 seconds, and that's it.
Beautiful right hand, timed perfectly.
Pinklon Thomas stopping Alfonzo Ratliff in the final stage of round 10. Was able to land, and Ratliff chased by Thomas. Referee Cappuccino steps in, and that was it. Pinklon Thomas now 21-0 with 18 by knockout. Alfonzo Ratliff, who was able to rally and hold on, suffers his second
Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. This bout is supervised. Challenger fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with black trim, fighting out of Venice.